We go through a lot in life, don't we? But we are going through. And one of the things that we need to overcome is fear. Fear is an insidious thing that subtly can creep up from behind us and get into our hearts, and sometimes we don't even know it's there. But it paralyzes. When the lion roars, the prey freezes. When we are fearful, our creativity is frozen. Sometimes when we're in a deep state of fear, we can't move. We can't think. We can't get on with our life. And when we get to that point, it is so important to recognize it, to realize that, wow, I am actually in a state of fear. It's very important not to fret. Fret is actually worse than fear because it actually manifests in a way that you're frozen. Your life is almost put on hold. So what is the antidote to fear? Well, firstly, we've got to acknowledge that it exists. And then we have to say, okay, how am I going to overcome this crippling state, this emotion that's overwhelming and like a big dark cloud? How am I going to overcome this one? You have to acknowledge it, and then you have to speak positive words. You have to seek out someone to help you do that. But the antidote is faith. Faith is the opposite to fear. Faith will help you overcome, to see the bright side, to put those fears behind you. And most of all, the power is in your tongue. Because if you repeat the fear, you speak the fear, that reinforces it into your ears, into your body. Whereas if you speak faith and overcoming words of affirmation, you'll not be in the fear mode. You'll start to move closer towards a faith mode. So my suggestion to you is to overcome fear with words of faith. Positive affirmation that has no acknowledgement of the crippling fear, whatever that fear might be. Sometimes it's just a series of little fears. You're afraid you might get a flat tire. You're afraid that you can't pay a bill that's coming up. You're afraid that maybe somebody won't accept you anymore because you've changed. There's all sorts of fears. And the most important thing is you recognize them, but you put them aside, because some of those fears are just not worth fearing. They're so small. So that's why it's important not to sweat the small stuff. But faith will always help you overcome fear. But recognize it and then speak it out of your life. It is in fact the outcome of transforming the way we think. We will always overcome when we change our thinking which will say we can and we will overcome.